Scouting and Recruitment by Brent Gaither. A basketball recruiter or scout's job is to find the best available talent and convince them to join the sports organization that they are working for. In most situations, a recruiter is a former coach or player of the sport that they are working with. Scouts must be able to work difficult hours. Most of their time are spent throughout the year talking to multiple coaches, players, and other recruiters in order to gain talent. When it comes to requirements and salary, there is no specific education that a person needs in order to become a scout. It is mostly based on previous experience in the sport that you have played or that you are scouting for. On an average, a college scout makes around $32,000 a year. Depending on the client's NBA scout salary ranges from $28,000 a year to $450,000 a year. This is based off the amount of talent that you are able to produce and find in out the league. According to studies, growth in this field is on a steady incline. This slide shows interview questions that I use when interviewing 3 former coaches of mine. These questions consist of: what qualities do you have? What interested you in this field? Tell me about a time where you hit adversity and how did you handle it? What do you feel is most effective way to get through to your athletes that you recruit? What's your biggest challenge in this field? What steps did you take in life to get where you are today? What do you enjoy most about this field? And what qualities do you have that make you successful in this field? I've entered a video that explains the background to EYA Sports. The first person I chose to interview is Coach Bradarius Martin, or aka Coach Brad. Coach Brad was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and he is the founder of EYA Sports. He graduated from Dakota State University on a basketball scholarship, and he got a bachelor's degree in media arts and design. He also played pro ball overseas in New Zealand. He is currently an assistant coach at Eagles Landing Christian Academy and head AAU coach of Infinite Skills Basketball Club. This slide shows proof of my interview with Coach Brad Martin. We talked for 21 minutes and 11 seconds. When asked what qualifications do you have, Coach Brad has been coaching and training for about 6 years at the high school level. He has also been recruiting and scouting for different programs for around 3 years. He wanted to provide opportunities for others in ways that weren't provided for him. That's what got him interested in this field. A time where adversity would hit would be now as an example for him. He has difficulties finding home gyms to work out of. He handles it by just staying focused on the bigger picture. He sets up different meetings and partnerships to solidify a home gym. He feels that building a personal relationship outside of just basketball is the most effective way to recruit an athlete. He feels the biggest challenge in this field is dealing with the right people that can put you in situations to help you and also help the players to get to the next level. To get where he's at today, he strategically planned to recruit a group of athletes that he knew would go play at the next level, and he trained and developed them. Then he used them on the market to promote and help his services. After getting promotions out, he then put together multiple camps to help athletes get exposure. At these camps, he uses videos and photography to help market the players. When asked what do you enjoy most about this field, he says, the relationships are the most enjoyable part for me. Knowing that I can help a player get to the next level is the best feeling. Coach Brad feels he is a very passionate and energetic person. He is also charismatic, positive, understanding, and approachable, and he feels these traits help him be successful in this field. The next organization I use is Middle Georgia Prep. Middle Georgia Prep is a post-grad prep school program where players go after high school. It was founded in 2013 and has gotten over 60 athletes in college programs. It's based out of Barnesville, Georgia. The second interviewee is Aaron Tribby. He was born and raised in Thomaston, Georgia, and he is now the founder and head coach of Middle Georgia Prep. He is also a former collegiate athlete and a former assistant coach. This slide just shows proof of me and Coach Tribby's conversation, which lasted 18 minutes and 34 seconds. Coach Tribby has been a collegiate level basketball player, coaching on the high school and college level, training and mentoring for a total of 10 years of coaching experience. This field interested him because he found himself in a place where a lot of good players needed help. On the college level, he saw kids that were good enough to play but didn't have opportunities because of roster space. He wanted to give guys a chance that everybody else didn't give him. His form of adversity would also be this year. He felt his team was very talented, but they didn't win as much as he thought they should. The biggest challenge in this field to Coach Tribby is the constant grind. He feels it's difficult to get people to buy in and believe into what you're building in your programs. Also, the constant hours that he puts in makes it hard for the loved ones that you have because you can't see them as much as you would like to. Coach Tribby didn't take specific steps in his life, but he says, I have always been a grinder, so I had a lot of perseverance through adversity. I struggled through many coaching jobs, but I stayed invested in what I believed in, which is why I am in this position today. Coach Tribby enjoys the players the most and meeting new athletes from all over. He enjoys lifelong bonds and relationships, and he understands that it's more than just basketball. He likes helping players achieve their dreams. When asked what's his greatest quality, Coach Tribby thinks that empathy is the biggest thing and understanding people in today's society. The third interviewee I chose was Daryl Slack. Daryl Slack was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. He played his collegiate basketball career at West Virginia Tech. He was also a recruiting coach at Pfeiffer University, assistant coach and grad assistant coach at Kennesaw State University and Georgia Tech. He was formerly the head coach at Point University. This slide shows proof of Coach Slack's responses to the interview questions that I texted him. Coach Slack has had 9 years of coaching experience on the NCAA Division I, II, and NAIA Division II level, a prep career playing varsity on all 4 years, and an NJCAA Division I and year NAIA Division I for 3 years as well. He's been around great coaches and great basketball, and he felt as if coaching chose him. He didn't pick it. Coach Slack attacks adversity heads on and he embraces it. He says he hasn't always been like that though. I am reminded of my upbringing and the hard times I had to endure. Listen and I read motivational songs and books, knowing sometimes good will come after whatever happens that got me out of my comfort zone, he says. He feels the most effective way to get through to an athlete is under promise and oversell. Like both coaches before, he also builds an authentic relationship with each player that he comes in contact with. He wants to show that he is genuine and he actually cares about more than just basketball. He feels the biggest challenge is getting your team to buy into things. Winning is with no job security. Because there is no job security, it's a result driven business, and he puts in long hours just to maintain the position where he's at. When asked what steps did he take in life to get where he's at today, Slack responds, I started working a lot of camps during the summer when I was in college. Immediately, I knew I would one day coach. After my college career was over, I hunted for a grad assistant job. Then from there, doors opened for me. He enjoys building long-lasting relationships with players and coaches while everyone is having success at the same time. He feels like in order to be a great coach on any level, you must have humility. You don't let success go to your head, and you must have a larger than life passion and love for the game and what it is and has to offer to not you yourself but to others. You also have to be a willing listener and constantly learning at your craft. After conducting my interviews, I noticed a trend in all their responses. Most coaches feel the same way towards their players. They want to build relationships that tie into gaining their trust so the athletes feel comfortable with them. They want to show that it's more than just basketball. They show leadership qualities by listening and understanding. Knowing a player's life makes it that much easier to relate and understand to them to get the most out of them.